Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Alpha Dean, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Now today I do want to talk about the Deck of Fate. This has just dropped in the game. As you can see, I have pulled in a massive amount of 127 feathers. Now this is just from running the Fire Knight, to be fair. Like, I've only just started this, so I've not gone crazy or anything with it. Believe you me, this will be going up into over 1,000 today. Over 1,000 easily. I will be completing the Fire Knight tournament in full. I mean, I'll probably be getting most of the way done as well, so this will be in thousands. Right, so we can get points from artifacts and accessories and from Soulstones, which we already knew that anyway. So let's take a look at what it is that we're actually going to be getting from these cards and from flipping them. So let's have a look at that now. So this is the rewards that we're going to be getting. I wouldn't say that it's anything special. However, the way that I'm looking at it is I'm only doing it for Basim. So all of these rewards are just bonuses. I think if you was to look at it without him, the rewards, like, I'd have pretty much a negative feeling about this. But like I said, these are just bonuses, the way that I'm looking at it. And if you're not going for him, you could get lucky and pick up one of the nice ones. Now, the nice ones to me, I think this is okay. Void Shard, very, very good, especially if you're free to play like myself. These don't come around that often. Same with the Primal Shard. And then we've got the Legendary Book, which is nice. Any of this Essence is good. And then maybe this Speed Glyph. The thing for me is this Speed Glyph is nowhere near as valuable as what it once was. Since we've had the introduction of hard mode in the faction wars, this has just decreased in values, and I think that Plarium need to update these. I think at the very, very least, this should be in this spot, and then this one should be a rare 6-star. I don't think that's out of the question at all. I mean, if I was to say this should be a legendary 6-star, this should be an epic 6-star, I don't think that that's going to be something that they ever do. But just because of the way that the game's progressed, I think that this does need amending. And let me know if you guys agree with that, or you think that it's fine how it is. But I think this definitely needs a buff. So yeah, let's take one thing that I will add actually. Don't forget, this is not a pinned card, so you cannot pin your rarities of your cards, right? So although these do look very, very nice and enticing, like, don't go ham just for these. The chances of you actually pulling 3 epics in a row, very, very low. Same with your rares, and hell, even these uncommons, you've still got to get 3 of them in a row. Without the opportunity to pin, it's just not going to happen very much. You're more likely, I think, with these uncommons, or that's the way that it seems to me. But nah, I'd give up with these. I wouldn't even have it in your head that you're going to get them. So let's take a quick look at the points, what we're going to get from the Soulstones. So I did state in yesterday's video that I didn't believe that these was going to be the 90, which is what we've just had on the 2x events. And to me, this is what I had in mind. This is what it was for the Raphael Deck of Fate. And so this is what I had in my head they were going to be. Now, I know that these have been as low as 60 for the Freya, or so I've been told. I wasn't actually playing the game at that time. I was on a break from the game, so I don't know how accurate that information is, but from what I've been told, it is very much the case. So let me know, is this something that you was expecting? Is this the point figures that you were expecting? Were you expecting it to be lower like the Freya one, or were you expecting it to be higher? But yeah, this is what it is. It hasn't changed anything for me, because like I said, this is what I was expecting. However, what I have noticed today, what I wasn't expecting, is this Augustine's Frenzies tournament. If you can do this, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do it. Right? Not only are you going to be gaining points from gaining gear for the Deck of Fate, you've also got the chance to get your medium Soulstone, which is another 700 right there. Crazy, crazy value in this tournament. So you've got your points just through doing the dungeon for getting your gear. You've got your points from the Soulstone, and then you've got your chance to get your Prism Crystal as well. Insane value. I mean, props to Polarium for throwing this out here where they have. Really, really good. And not only that, this is the easiest event, I believe, that they've ever done. Like, I returned in January last year, so nearly 13 months ago. This is by far easier than any of the ones that we've had up until now. I don't know what that was like prior to that, but this, I've got a stage 30 comp for this, which is highly accessible. It's 3 epics and 2 legendaries, which you got like for free at some point within the game. Right, so if you want to check out my camp on that, it is on the channel. I think that it's the most accessible one, at least that I can come up with, and it is the one that I was using until recently. I have switched out one of the epics, which was Phoenix. Like, I have switched him out for like a legendary damage dealer now, which is Fallen, and I've just done that really because I just love seeing Fallen smack. Like, when he takes turn after turn after turn, it's just exhilarating to watch. So yeah, I have swapped him out now. And obviously, if you've got better champions than the ones that I'm using, you just switch them out anyway for better ones. I've just done it because I wanted it to be as accessible as what it could be. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Like, my plans for this going forward is to complete this Fire Knight. I'm going to be completing this Augustine's Frenzy tournament, and we've got a Dragon tournament coming as well on the Thursday. So I'll ensure, obviously this is done, I am going for the Fusion, so this is going to be getting done anyway. This I will be doing because, like I say, it is extreme value, I believe. So I'll be doing that, and then on the Thursday I'll be blasting out the entirety of the Dragon tournament to ensure that I am getting all of the points for this Master Deck of Fate. And then from there, when I have completed the Dragon tournament, I'll be checking exactly how many of these feathers it is that I've got. And then I'll be subtracting it from 40,000, because that's how much it's going to take to complete the whole of the deck. I'll probably leave the deck and I'll turn them all at once. So that's what I'll do. I'll work out how much I've got, I'll subtract it from the 40,000, and then from there I'll work out how many of these Soulstones that I need to pull and how many of the mortals that I need to pull in regards to these points. And then that way I can just come to me Altar of Souls and I'll pull whatever's required. It probably is going to be a combination of the Immortal Soulstones and the Mortal Soulstones, and that being because of the difference in points that they do offer. It's not a 2x neither, so if I can get away with just pulling like the small ones, that's probably what I'll do. I want to be keeping as many of the more important ones, the more impactful ones if you like, for a time when I can get it at better odds. So yeah, that's going to be my game plan moving forward. I hope that this video has been informative and educational, helpful for you, at least in some way, shape or form. So that's going to be it. That's my plans moving forward. I've been Alpha Dean. This has been a Raid Shadow Legends video. I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys.